Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Friday, the 5th of August 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So, we have some astrology for today. So, the moon is going to be in Scorpio all day, so there's deep emotions, and it's going to form a square to the sun and an opposition to Uranus. The square to the sun tells us that it's the waxing half, well, it's the half moon. It is the waxing one because we've come from the new moon. So the size of the moon is growing as we get towards the full moon, and today it's half in light, half in dark. So this is sort of, for me, this is about sort of all the subconscious stuff that we've been working on since the new moon is now coming into the light, into consciousness to be examined. Especially a good time at the moment to do it with the moon in Scorpio, the sun being in Leo, and the opposition to Uranus means that there could be shock, surprises, chaos, breakthrough, liberation, revolution, evolution, and generally things kicking us from left field unexpectedly. So following on from the new moon in Leo and the triple conjunction and everything, and then we're going towards the Lionsgate portal on Monday. So all sorts of things could come up. Also, we have Venus, quincunx, Saturn. So this is about stabilizing and responsibility around love, money, values. There could be restrictions and limitations of obstacles to love, money and values. So with the moon in Scorpio, dig down into your emotions to see what treasure you can find. Let's do some cards for today and see what they have to say to help us. So we've got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck today, and I've got the Wild Unknown Tarot. So let's pull some cards and see what they have to say. So what do we need to know for today, Friday the 5th of August 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Oh, just one more. Just one more. Let's see what we need to know. Friday the 5th of August 2022. Let's see. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got Go the Distance. Definitely feels like we need this this year. It just, I've been sort of following astrology for a good decade and a half now, seriously. And I don't think I've ever known a year, and I know the last few years have been, a bit out there. I don't think I've ever known a year where the energy is consistently full on. I feel like I'm just not getting a break at all. It's just one thing after another. My energy is raising. I feel quite a lot of the time that I'm in the 5D energy, but at the same time I'm exhausted as well. It's like it's the weirdest feeling of being high vibration and completely exhausted and fatigued at the same time. And I don't think it's going to get any better for the foreseeable future. Yay! Okay, anyway, back to our reading. Time for a nap. It's like the cards read my mind. And exchanging gifts. So go the distance. This journey is a marathon and not the sprint. But with time for a nap, I think it's like, just take a little break there. You need it, you deserve it. But then sort of in the card, sort of the fox on the bottom of the moon, even though he's resting and everything, it's still got one eye open, keeping an eye on the situation. And the message I'm getting through is when nothing's happening, everything's happening below the surface. Definitely, in spite of all the energetic stuff going on at the moment, I definitely feel like this is a pause moment. And gathering everything, all the resources, all the information, all the knowledge, and brewing everything together, ready for when we can move forward again. At the moment, it's feeling like we can't move forward because we haven't got all the information. We don't know everything that we need, that we're going to need to be able to take steps forward in the right direction. Exchanging gifts. When I turned this over, what I got was the Two of Cups. That and a fair exchange is no robbery. They were the messages that come through for me. So yeah, it giving and taking, balancing. It may be you with the universe actually balancing energies a little bit. So yeah, it's sort of a bit of a pause and a rest because there's a long way to go yet. Right through to 2032 until we've properly come out of this phase. We're halfway through. Have a breather, maybe take time out, have a cup of tea. Do whatever you need to do for self-nurturing and things like that. Gift yourself the chance, a day of a rest, or taking things easy, nurturing yourself around love, etc. Okay. Yeah, let's do some tarot. So we've got the Wild Unknown Tarot here. Let's do some cards and see what they have to say about the matter. So what do we need to know for Friday, the 5th of August. I keep forgetting. Yesterday I completely didn't realise it was Wednesday. I also didn't know what Wednesday meant, and I had no idea of what commitments I had for Wednesday. And then today I was stood in my kitchen. I think I was waiting for the kettle to boil and looking at my calendar, and my calendar's still on July, and I'm there. Are we still in July? Is it August yet? What's the date today? Before realising that, yeah, we're actually, a few days into August. So I don't know what's going on with time at the moment. I just feel like I'm completely outside of the 3D, in the 5D, and possibly sort of not being able to ground that energy fully until the full moon in Aquarius, where the moon will be conjunct Saturn. That's it. And looking at grounding into the new. It feels like I was to have a friend over for cream and jam scones and rose and bergamot tea this afternoon. And we were talking about this, and so I was saying that sort of it felt like the last moon, full moon, the Capricorn super full moon, felt like the old paradigm, and it feels like the full moon in Aquarius is going to be stepping into the new paradigm. And this phase between the two, with all the big astrology we've got going on, feels like the portal between the two. And I definitely feel like I'm leaving, or have left the old paradigm behind. I mean, it's always hard to say that you've definitely left it all, because, little bits keep popping up, and they will keep popping up. But I definitely feel more in the new paradigm than I am in the old paradigm. So let me know how you're feeling and what's going on for you. It'd be really interesting to know just my personal journey or the bigger picture. I do feel it is the bigger picture from sort of people that I know and things. But yeah, it feels like this is the big liberation and the breakthrough into the new paradigm. Anyway, back to the cards. So what do we need to know for today, the 5th of August 2022, Friday? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What do we need to know for today? What help, advice, guidance and support can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? So where we find ourselves, the 6 of Cups, with the Daughter of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Hierophant came out yesterday, didn't it? And the 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. And the Father of Pentacles. Let me just move things over here a little bit. The cards on. And the Empress. And the 9 of Pentacles. And then at the bottom of the deck we've got the 3 of Cups. And the 4 of Pentacles. And the Daughter of Wands. And the Hermit. Okay. Okay, let's see what the cards want to tell us. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the 6 of Cups. I love this 6 of Cups. I love this deck. I love all my decks. They've all got really special meanings for me. They all read in different ways and give me different messages and things. But yeah, I just love this card. I love the rainbow roots going down, and it just in lots of decks it's about like reminiscing about the past, and people from the past coming back into your life. For me, because it's rooted down and everything, it's about connecting to your ancestors and being rooted into the past and your connection to your ancestors and everything that sort of has gone before you, and celebrating that as well. And it brings a reconciliation, it brings forgiveness, it brings an apology, it brings a small offering of love, which is always good. But again, when we look at this card, we've got the rainbow coloured roots going down into the earth. When we look at the Princess of Cups here, the shadow on the surface of the water is rainbow coloured. It's connecting deep down. And then sort of below that foundation, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant, this is about the key to things is about rooting down, bringing down that 5D stuff into the 3D. The lightning I'm seeing as the Uranus energies, that sudden change, opening, awakening, coming from above. It might be even sudden shocks and breakthrough and thing from the 5D coming down into the 3D, allowing you to unlock something down here on the 3D. Whenever there's keys, it's about it can be about unlocking new knowledge and information, but it comes from the 5D and we're bringing it down to the 3D. And then the above card, the Spirit card, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Keep working on it, keep spinning your web, Keep spinning your connections. This story is, you know, a long way to go yet. And also the message I just got as I was looking at the card was about, you see the spider sat at the centre of its web. It picks up on vibrations and things like that coming through the web, the 5D web. Keep working with that. Because at the moment we're in the chrysalis stage. This is the Eight of Swords. Normally the Eight of Swords is a figure bound and blindfolded, and they think they're trapped and they can't find their way out of old mental patterns. This is more positive. It's about sort of emerging from those belief patterns into the beautiful big butterfly. The awakening, the stepping out into the bigger picture. Okay, and then we've got the Father of Pentacles. It's like sort of, how can I bring stability and, I want to say survive in, but it's more than survive. It's how can I thrive in this new age, this new world where everything's different. The old ways of doing things are falling away, and we need to learn new ways of doing business, new ways of living, new ways of connecting with each other to give us that stability in the 3D, while channeling all the rainbow loveliness from the 5D down through our antlers. The Empress, the divine feminine, Gaia, connecting to the earth, being deeply rooted into the 3D so that we can channel this stuff down, bring it through us and ground it out into the world. Okay, with the love and the energy of the Empress. It's like bringing our creativity down, our fertility down, and seeding the new earth, the new paradigm. Because it's us that's doing it. We do it through our intention and our emotions and our physically taking actions out in the world. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles. That's self-confidence, independence. In relationships, it's interdependence rather than codependence. Being able to stand on our own 2 feet. Stand on our own 2 feet in all this instability. So it's about knowing who you are, your self-worth, self-love, not being sort of taken over by self-doubt and things like that. Okay, the cards at the bottom of the deck, which is the environment or the subconscious stuff going on. We had the Three of Cups, celebration, sharing with friends, joining with friends, exchanging gifts with friends, and that can be gifts of time, gifts of love, supporting each other and celebrating what we're going through. Or with the Four of Pentacles, all the time holding on to what's of value, but releasing what is no longer relevant, what is no longer needed, whether, you know, sort of, not clutching hold of everything through fear, holding it too close, because we fear lack. Let go, surrender, and just take forward what you value. And that creates space for new inspiration to come through. The Daughter of Wands, the Princess, the Page of Wands, new fire energy coming in, new inspiration. Once we've created space for it, then sort of this rises within us. And we have to go inside to find it, to nurture it. The Hermit, shining it from our centre, our wisdom, connected to our knowing, and especially sort of, you know, as we're going through this quite rocky journey, when we look outside as sort of things collapsing in the outer world and there is very little stability, and it's hard to know sort of what's real, what's not, what the truth is. Are we on the edge of global war? Are we on the edge of global financial meltdowns and things? You know, there's so many different views and things like that. And always the key is to come back to yourself and connect to your inner knowing that whatever happens, you know, we're birthing this new world, which is going to be very different from what we have now. And what we're actually seeing is Pluto at the final degrees of Capricorn, bringing all that Capricornian energy and the Plutonian energy, completing its 15-year cycle before it moves. Next year is, I think, it will spend some time in Aquarius before retrograding back, and then finally fully emerging into Aquarius in 2024. So we've still got instability and things going on, so grounding down, being sort of very much in the heart energy, but connected to the Saturn of responsibility and stability, and grounding, to actually channel all this energy down. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you, at least parts of it. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notification of when I'm doing readings. And if you like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Oh, forgot I've got this. Still getting used to it. Doesn't always work straight away. The Bluetooth has to connect first.